get out of the way. And it didn't work, so I will send the chat into this one.
We're supposed to be official live?
Yeah, you're live right now.
We're live somewhere.
Well, we're not.
All right.
We're watching us. Which one are we on? Are we
We're gonna be
live
on a
the
different
new one? Or we're going to be on a different one? Go to the different one.
I do not have yes.
If anybody's watching this, we're having technicalities. Technical issues.
Technical allies. There's some technical allies.
Is this the new one? Go to the new live stream. What's the new live stream?
I'm going to go to this. To our actual channel here.
We have to see our own
Here it
live
is.
stream,
We
otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Feedback. Turn it off. Yeah. Alright, okay. Sorry about that.
We're good?
Sorry about the feedback.
Potential. It didn't happen, but that was luck. That was by sheer luck of the gods. Great.
Hopefully it's bright. Is it bright enough in here? Do we need more light?
Yeah, we might need to.
It's all the light we've got.
No, it isn't. You can turn up the light, but it will just be shadows from the top.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it. I'll turn her up a little bit. We don't have that filter on anymore, do we? How's that? A little brighter.
Yes.
Positive change? Negative change?
Positive change.
I feel like we still have a filter on. No?
We're alright.
Yes? No?
So let's put that on.
Alright.
No filter.
We were messing around with Instagram filters, and now we don't know if we left one on or something.
Awesome. Everyone, thanks for joining us.
So we've been off for a while.
Alright.
Because we did the
Wait,
final.
I haven't sent them over to you guys yet.
Oh, right, yeah, nobody has the new.
We're not on. We're not online.
Somehow we are, though.
Two are watching now. It's just us.
This is one.
The author's gonna be confused. You sent the author the wrong channel.
This is like go through our.
I sent it.
She sent it.
She sent it.
Oh,
She sent
it's just
it.
two watching now. So should we wait for any other watchers to ring over a little while? We'll wait a tad bit of time because we
Get everyone to the new.
We had messed up.
Let's see. Did you post it?
Still two watching.
Yep.
That's great.
You post it everywhere?
No, I'm gonna be doing that now.
Okay.
Andrew have to email the author, I guess. He didn't do this shit. He's not friends with any of us on Facebook. Oh, 6 watching now. Hey guys, we got.
All right.
So, are we good to start, or do you want us to wait still?
We had to update the link,
Yeah.
and those of you who found us, that's awesome.
Yeah, we had to update the link because we messed up, guys. Sorry.
It's totally
That's all I
fine.
had on that.
All right.
We thought we could do the countdown thing from the old channel, but then we couldn't figure out how to get the phone.
The link
We're
was
literally
broken.
building a studio in the basement to like prevent problems in the future. But right now,
Mm-hmm.
we're having a technicality.
Should be good. I think it sounds good. Are you okay?
So pretty soon, what we're gonna do here, whenever this is all ready, is
All right. There's
based off of our normal format that we've now settled on. Usually, is we'll turn over this story here.
Yep.
Which this is. We haven't actually seen it yet, but then I will read it.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, we would play while we read it, which is fine, and it works okay, but I feel like it's easier for if you actually are watching to like hear the story first in its entirety.
Yep.
So that way, when we then go to write the songs for it, you got a little more of a contextual thing. We can do it. We've done it. We've proven it.
Yes.
If we wanted to, we could do it as we read it. But this way just helps us from messing up. Dude, are you texting during it?
Yep. No, I have to show people that are going
The
wrong
new
way.
channel. Yeah, give them all. So we gotta text people all the new channel. Even our friends are confused. If you're not our friend, you might as well be. So you're confused too. We're all confused. We'll text you.
Here, if you
If
want
you send
us.
us your number, we'll text you the new link. But you'd already have to be watching to hear that. So it's just a move.
Wow, it's meta. It's crazy. All right.
Well, we're gonna count on our producer, Katie, here to let us know when to start then.
Yeah.
You talk at the camera.
Yeah.
What, you want me to watch the camera?
No,
Then I can't talk to the microphone, dude. I bet it's better if you can actually hear me, probably, than they'll see me. They just really want to look at my face.
They do.
I can hear you fine when you look there.
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna look right here, dude. Look right at the microphone like a true musician.
That's right.
We're not about cameras.
No, we're here to read a story to you and then come up with some cool music. So,
Are we ready?
Should we go?
Katie's got to tell us when we're ready to go because she's the producer.
Just about one more update.
Almost ready.
We're just giving spiel. I guess this is becoming part of the pre-show.
Yep. Thanks for sticking around. And
We don't mean to waste y'all's time, seriously. We just are having some technicals.
Yeah.
We got a piano. The G sounds weird. Here, show the G while we're at it. Yeah, you play this key right now, you play two notes at the same time. Some jazz.
Alright, I say you guys are good to go.
Cool.
Okay, we're good to go. We'll start it then. Okay,
Excellent.
we have to explain it again then, don't we? You do the explanation.
Yes.
You can do the honors.
Here we are. We are Vest Pocket Musicals. If you're not familiar with what we do, we cold read a story that we've never heard that was found by our producer, and then we just cold read it and think of ideas that would be musical ideas from that story. So
I'm Nash Spence, and this is Spencer.
identification. Spencer Hansen. Nash Spence.
The Goldstein.
The Gobeldine. That's another song. That's a future episode. We actually started writing while we were waiting today. We started writing a song called The Gobeldine, and it's he's a demon queen.
You'll love it.
It's gonna be good.
Rank 3, Demon Queen.
All right, here we go. We're gonna flip over the story, and we have no idea, like I said, what the story is. We have deep faith in our producer for finding a really cool story.
And the author is watching, but is
Awesome.
unable to type right now.
Awesome.
This is super cool.
That's
First
very
time
cool.
having the author watch.
This
Yes.
is our first time having
I'm
all
so
watch. We
excited.
have 3 episodes so far that you can always tune back in and
Yes.
watch them if you haven't.
This is episode 4.
So what we do is this is going to be an hour, probably a little. We were going to end at 7:30, but now we'll probably go a little bit over because we started late. But so is life.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read this story, and our featured author is Jack Preston King, and Katie found this on Medium.com.
Very
So
cool.
that's where you get this. We
Awesome.
usually just kind of go through the writer submission sites to try to find these. We try to choose the authors that are just submitting stuff for amateur level type of stuff rather than like professional stuff. Just to make it more like of a community.
Yeah, and collaboration. We like that. We like to
Show.
collaborate with people and see what can come out. So
what you'll have now is I'm going to do a reading of Be a Kathy Girl by Jack Preston King from Medium.com.
very nice.
My hands were shaking with fatigue and relief as, at last, I turned the key in the lock to my own door. Home. I tossed my jacket on the sofa and loosened my tie. Then, after mixing a whiskey sour, I plopped down in my favorite chair and turned on the tube. I was exhausted. I'd worked 60 hours in 3 days, napping when I could on the small couch outside my office. Finally free to get away for a night, I'd found my way out, blocked by a 10-mile traffic jam. Thousands of customers flocking like lemmings to our downtown showroom to catch a glimpse of Kathy and lap up our new line of spring fashions. I'd forgotten the big unveiling was tonight. I'd left designing the spring line to my partner, Joe, while I concentrated on negotiating the China deal. "Leave it to me, old buddy," he'd said. "I've got an idea that'll corner a whole market we've been missing. We'll rule the world." I was glad Joe wanted it. It left me free to open up another market we'd been missing, China. Over 1 billion hungry customers with over 1 billion pockets ripe for the picking. So I left the spring line to him and locked myself in the negotiating room. I heard the lock turn and a stranger entered the apartment. On second glance, it wasn't a stranger. It was my wife, Jilly. She was different. Her hair was red, cut into that short, curls right up next to her head style that was so popular in the 90s. I hated it. Wow, you look great, I lied. I hardly recognized you.
That's great.
That's good stuff, She looks like Wendy's from Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy character. Wendy's.
I love their chicken. No, I don't. I'm vegetarian.
There you go.
I expected her to cross the room and give me a little kiss, but she moved instead to the kitchen. I heard the refrigerator door open, jars clanking around. You all right? I called after her, following the kitchen sounds to their source. Jilly straightened and slowly closed the refrigerator door. She leaned back against the counter, back rigid, arms crossed. I stared in amazement. More than her hair had changed. It was still Jilly, but it was also somebody else. She'd altered her appearance in 1,000 subtle, yet collectively alarming ways. Her eyes seemed smaller, the irises now green. Her face and arms were lightly freckled, her lips were thinner, and her curves had been shaved. You're never home anymore, she said, her voice cold, rehearsed. You're always off fondling Miss Perfect. I hated this particular argument. All of my explanations that the high-class lifestyle she thrives on requires the requires the hours I work as CEO, that Miss Perfect, meaning Kathy, is not only not perfect, but not even real, are, for Jilly, just a lame attempt to cover my affair with the woman every man wants, and every woman wants to be. I don't blame her. In her shoes, I'd suspect me too. Over the 9 years since we started the Kathy Girl campaign, the Schuster agency skyrocketed from a two-man operation, mostly designing logos, mostly going broke, to the titan of the beauty industry it is today. Our beginnings had been simple. A failing cosmetics company had hired our failing advertising agency to save their butts. We went to work. How do you sell second-rate cosmetics in an already flooded marketplace to women already jaded by trumped-up promises that never came true? You make better promises. They have to be so much better that it looks like a revolution, like something genuinely new is happening.
All right.
The Kathy Girl idea was mine, and I'm proud of it. It was pure genius. The idea was to create a whole new standard of feminine beauty to place before the buying public. A woman so beautiful that no one could look at her without loving her, without wanting to be her, without cringing inside with self-loathing for being less perfect than she. Then you simply create in the public mind a direct causal link between your product and this new standard of beauty. Now, of course, this approach is not new. It's been the heart of American advertising for over a century, with bikini-clad women hawking everything from soda pop to deodorants to automobiles. It's our most effective technique, but success is always uncertain, and when you get it, fleeting. For this reason, there is no perfect woman. People's tastes differ. Some will get instantly hooked by the image you present, while others will just crinkle their noses and keep buying Coke, or Super Stay Dry, or Ford because you haven't hit their insecurities hard enough to cause real pain. So you never get more than a segment of the market, and even that you only get for a while because tastes also change with time. But not with Kathy Girl. If tastes differ and change, I reasoned, then you have to have a model that differs and changes. You need a model that can reflect back to each individual their own deepest image of the perfect beauty they long for and would sell their souls to attain. You need a perfect illusion, and for once the gods of illusion were on our side.
We created Kathy on the Morton XG, a new holographic computer we were hired to advertise by its inventor, Bill Morton of Morton Computers. When we discovered that the XG was a company secret, paranoid old Bill hadn't even sought a patent for fear of corporate spies. We convinced our cosmetics account to change their last dollar to forcibly acquire Morton Computers, then quietly liquidate it. Joe and I took care of old Bill. You don't like the name song? You better be thinking about it.
Oh, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I've got 3 or 4.
Good.
Got 3 or 4 song ideas already.
Good. That's what I like to hear. The XG was a dream, a magic box. We fed 4,000 photographs of the world's leading models, of famous actresses, of women we'd seen men ogling on the street, even snapshots of our wives into one end, and thwomp! Out to the other end stepped Kathy. She looked like Jilly, the way I remember Jilly being when we first met. Thin with deep-set, mysterious brown eyes and straight, dark hair that hung to her waist. Joe saw no one of the kind. He saw Linda Terrell, a short-haired Olympic skier who, at least physically, he had always preferred to his wife. We knew we had it. We did a little fine-tuning so the image never exactly matched any known woman, and the advertising campaign Kathy Girl was born. The world spun into a cosmetics buying frenzy. Our commissions rolled into the millions. Our clients owned the first ads, but we, wisely, had made sure only the Schuster agency owned Kathy. We cut the client loose and began building our empire. Be a Kathy Girl, we shouted, and the world cried, how? And opened their pocketbooks. We offered them makeup, clothing, hair dyes, perfume, $500 a head, Be a Kathy Girl seminars. Then we put it all together and opened the first Kathy Girl spa, where women can find the whole Kathy Girl experience, including a discreet cosmetic surgery clinic. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Dude, technical difficulty, don't bash the mic, dude. Under one last roof. Within the first week, it had a 3-year waiting list. Mothers lined up for blocks outside toy stores the day we released the first Kathy Girl doll, backed by the slogan, raise her right, raise a Kathy Girl. And they did. 9 years later, we created a whole new generation of happy consumers. As aspiring Kathy Girls got more beautiful, so in their eyes did Kathy. They got older. Kathy never aged. They starved themselves eating Kathy Girl diet dinners. Kathy never ate. Kathy pushed them to states of inner hunger so acute that they simply stopped seeing themselves at all and surrendered everything to satiating the need. To satiate the need. The work it took to maintain all this was killing me, and my wife would never understand. She believed the lie. Look, I started. You know good and well. Save it, Mr. Executive, Jilly interrupted. She turned and moved off toward the bedroom. I heard the closet door slide open, then a thwomp as something heavy hit the bed. By the time I reached the bedroom, she had the suitcase open and was filling it with clothes. You know all my arguments, baby, I said, switching to the apologetic croon I used whenever she threatened to leave. Please, I hate it as much as you do. I'd be home with you all the time if I could, but I can't. She dropped the blouse she'd been folding, then plopped down on the bed beside the suitcase. She looked up at me, her expression softening. She was about to cry. I know, she said. You and your responsibilities. But things have changed, Ron. Look at me. I looked. Things had changed, all right. At least her appearance. Had she done this for me, to keep me home? I crossed the room and knelt before her. I touched her hand, but she pulled it away. She avoided my eyes, turning instead to stare off toward the window. I've met someone new, she said.
Yes.
I pulled her hand to me, held it tight. And you did this for him? This is what he wants? I hated her new look, but I hated even more that she might have done it for someone other than me.
Baby.
She turned now to stare me in the face, her eyes wide with anger or surprise, maybe both. What's happened to you, Ron? She said, her voice shaking. Are you really so busy in your ivory tower that you've forgotten what she looks like? Have you gone blind? I'm her now. I'm Kathy. Kathy isn't real, I said. And she doesn't look anything like you, at least not anymore. Julie pulled against my grip, and I let her go. She began to rummage through the suitcase, ruining her neat packing job as she dug around for something under the clothing. She pulled out a magazine, then closed the bag. She slapped the magazine into my hand. I have to go, she said. I have to get to your show before it ends. But you at least deserve a look at your replacement, since it was you really who brought us together. Page 12. She stood, picked up her bag, moved to the door. The tears were now streaming freely down her face. He's so much like you, Ron. Like you were when we first met. It's spooky. I watched her turn away, then listened as she banged her way out of the apartment. I sat on the bedroom floor, stunned, listening to see if maybe she'd changed her mind, if the front door would open again and she'd come back to me. Silence. I waited for hours, watching the moon rise outside the little bedroom window, vacillating between hating Julie for leaving me and hating her new boyfriend for existing. Finally, still sitting there on the floor, I opened up the magazine she left, ready for a glimpse of my replacement. He didn't look anything like me, though I could understand why she went for him. He was beautiful. He looked exactly how I'd always longed to look. Dark hair, powerful jawline, cleft chin, aquiline nose. Gazing at the guy's image, I felt a strange pain growing in my chest. If I looked like this, then maybe Julie... Then I noticed the blur beneath him, painting the sidewalk under his shoes like God's own handwriting. Be a marked man. Then, in the corner of the page, this note. The new spring line for men from Schuster Enterprises, Inc. Great idea, Joe. I stood and crossed over to my closet. I slid back the door and began to ruffle through its contents. The suits and ties that now seemed so hideously inappropriate to the look I now wanted, that I needed. I felt my hand move reflexively to my back trouser pocket, checking the status of my wallet. I stopped the hand and raised it to my eyes, turning it before me like some strange alien artifact. And, I realized, watching the hand struggle to complete its mission, wondering why I hadn't thought of this one myself. I am going to die rich. I laughed. Make that richer. What'd you think?
Wow. Drove him apart. The thing that he created was the thing that drove him apart originally.
That's what we got, dude.
That's great. That's awesome. They're like, yeah. So obviously, like, we could do a title song. Is the main thing, first thing.
Yeah,
we
should probably
start
think of
through-
like three, like sectionally.
Yeah. And
We
then
got into trouble on the
where we can
second
put it.
one.
Yeah, where we can fit it in. Obviously,
When we tried to do that,
a big one that
Second
stands out to me is the fight between them. How they're yelling back and forth. Because that's like literally you can take the dialogue and turn it into like a fight that they're having musically. That's
Yeah, which part of
that was like middle. So it can be the next page.
Next page.
It was almost a full page of dialogue actually. So it gives us a lot of like
Oh yeah, this part.
saving this for executive, that kind of thing. Yeah, so you can just do.
And we could do that as like the second one.
Yeah, that could be the second one because it's like in the middle. So that'd be sweet.
I could probably
Awesome.
do that as the second one. What should we do as the first one? Like something that like the second one, yeah, could be more like a title one about how like it's
Be
like
the Kathy girl.
advertising,
Like an advertisement for like Be
It's
the
like
Kathy girl.
futuristic advertising. Like
So it could be to start. We do if we end up doing that
Be
one
the Kathy
where we did Be the
girl.
Kathy girl as the advertisement, and then we start the thing. So it's like
kind of
comes
like
out first.
dated. It's kind of like dated advertising, but
Yeah.
like revisited.
Yeah, I kinda like that.
Like, Be the Kathy girl.
It's got like a Fallout.
It's
kind
like
of
it would be
feel.
like a billboard you'd see in Fallout.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Kathy girl.
yeah. And then what style should we go for it? Because we're in
that's
sci-fi, but we don't actually necessarily have to like make the
No, we can
music
fit it totally-
sci-fi. We
totally
can use
into-
whatever style of music we want. But
that's great. Yeah.
so that's
Right.
probably we should do that one for the
Sweet.
first one, and then for the third one, what do you think? Like he has like we have the end where he like finds out the truth.
That probably for me is this like honestly where he realizes it and he's like I'm gonna be richer and that kind of thing. He's like
Yeah, it's
like,
kind of like a bitter.
you can have
it
the
sucks,
regret and
but-
bitterness in some of the lyrics that we do for him.
Here's
at
the
that
question
point.
though: does he actually regret it?
He might not at all.
Does he even care?
We could have some built-in.
He already said he hated her.
Yeah, he like doesn't like her really. So it like drove him
Is he
apart.
only
He
mad?
did
be-
love her though.
Yeah, he did. He did love her,
It's
and that's
his
Yep.
ideal woman looks like her.
yeah, exactly. So that's why he has some feelings like that in it. There's definitely some good stuff in here for.
You could do a be a mark man.
Yeah, you could be a B Mark man. You could actually write it in like a lot of songs out of this, like all
Be a
those.
mark man.
But yeah, then we have to figure out style that we want for it.
And then where will we place these ones? We place these like. There's a good one for that one. Yeah, right after there. Sorry guys, we just have to place where these songs.
This
are
is part of
gonna
the
go.
delineation.
Because
Part of what we do.
otherwise we get in trouble. We had the second one. We tried to place the song, and we just kind of ended up writing a song that kind of encompassed the whole story. But then when you go to read it and put it into the musical, it's kind of hard.
It's harder to
like
slot
a
in.
summary. You can't write a summary song.
Yeah.
You gotta write one that's more like it fits in. So that's why we have
Be
to
a
do
Kathy
this.
girl, and your husband hates your wife.
Sure, you're right.
Be a Kathy girl. Be a Mark man. Like full like.
I feel like we're gonna have to do some like faster. I don't know. For some reason, I'm feeling like some like 50s sounding shit.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think
like,
the statement or the "Be a Kathy girl" is definitely like a '50s kind of slogan,
it is
that
for
kind of
some reason
like-
it feels
which is
like
great.
50s,
Which it
but
totally
it's
has a cool
like-
feel. So yeah,
But what is 50s?
I mean, you could just do like the like
I
early
know,
rock and roll, that kind of thing.
Yeah, play the bass line.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
man. Like Mr. Sandman type shit. Like what else be that? Are we do we swear in our channel?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, you're fine.
We can do sometimes if we want
We
to.
don't put it in the final swears in the final episode, but
Yeah.
swear all you
Very
want.
good.
Alright, let's do this in order now. Page. How's the chat going? Anybody saying anything?
No, but there
Oh,
may be
okay.
problems with the chat. Can anyone say hello? Hello, who's watching? If you can't say hello, you
Then
can text
that's
me and
okay.
let me know that there are problems.
Alright, I think we got it out of order. I don't know how we got out of
Oh,
order.
no page numbers either.
Next time we should put page numbers on because I'm pretty sure we're out of order here.
Yeah, Rob's here.
I expected her to cross the room.
Rob says hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Rob.
So yeah, there was a line here in the first one that was like when he first sees her.
Yeah,
Might have been the second.
I suppose we
page.
better just dive in, huh?
Yeah.
It's not really eerie, it's kind of like,
Yeah, it's pretty. Like we can make it however we want, however we feel. It's kind of creepy though. 'Cause it's kind of like an iRobot kind of thing where it's like really get like more and more, and who knows where that ends, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, we just have like a.
Something like a little bit, like, kind of like,
like start like that
start
kind
right
of.
in.
It
Should
could,
we start in?
we could use. I mean, that always helps me a little bit. Like, you alright? Then like this whole thing, we kind of describe some of that. You're never home anymore.
And then we bring it into.
He's always a fondling Miss Perfect. Like, it almost seems like true musical theater.
You're gonna start it out with like a duet.
No. I mean, you could, but I mean,
start it out with it. I feel like we should start out though with more of a like song about like the start. He's like makes up the Kathy girl thing or whatever. Like,
yeah, okay. Yeah, there could be something like
Navigating.
that too, where it's like he is going through this whole.
Like it's his history where he's coming up with it. Maybe he's like, what could be like a good? He's like trying to come up with like an idea song and come up with it or something like that. Like
What can make the perfect girl? Something like that. Like how could I?
What's the perfect girl? Something like that.
Yeah.
Like a big like.
Yeah, like it is big.
For some reason I'm playing B. You're cool.
Yeah, but he's fine. That's good.
Because he's running out of money.
Okay. We start like the first lyrics could be like something like he's like pick the idea. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we could just like a really nice chord tunes like that that are like nice and smooth. Yeah, okay, put it in there.
If you maybe is it too musical theater though, or should we go with more?
Yeah,
like
we could do.
More of a like. Are you good with that?
Yeah, I like it. I like it for the first one. That's really cool. We're running out of money. We're running out of time. Or something like it could be like a full-on, like a nice sweet ballad kind of that he's doing. I mean,
this could be our last chance. Or something like this could be our last chance.
like a little bit more lively to start.
That was more like
Yeah. I like that a little bit more. Like.
A little bit more like this could be our last chance. This is like the title song.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Some Kathy girl, so we just need like a little more verse. If we can get some verse for the.
How he describes the market a lot. He's like, yes.
That high class lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Oh, that's really cool. And now obviously we can.
I like high class lifestyle for some reason. Gotta get in the verse. I feel like with this.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a couple of things in there.
Oh, for sure.
Where's the part where he's talking about where they're running out? I wish our pages were in order. That's like the biggest oversight of this shit.
What?
Our
Page numbers?
Our pages are all out of order.
No, they're in order.
They're in
She
order now?
numbered them, yeah.
I did number the pages.
Yes.
Oh, they're in order.
Yep, I got them in order. Don't worry.
Okay,
Fear
we're
not.
back in order.
Fear not.
We're back in order.
We're all in order.
Okay, where's the part where he's talking about where he came up with it? I thought that was like a large portion of the story. Of
I
Morton,
looked at it.
Bill
Yeah.
Morton computers, dude. Look at it. Bill Morton computers.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, here it is. People say stiffer, right?
there it is. Mm-hmm.
This is it. But not with Kathy, girl.
Only for a while. It takes a
But
change.
not with Kathy, girl. I feel like that should be the friggin' If it tastes different, change.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, like a robust kind of changes in here. Oh yeah, there's a time difference too. Like 9 years ago, he
Yeah.
came up with this idea, and look where it got them now. And it's like,
Yeah, it's like a reflection of
Yeah.
the whole. Should we make it like a full-on story song though, or just kind of like a?
well, yeah, you can do it if you're really comprehensive with it. Not gonna for 3 pages and it was not. Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm just trying to feel it. Like, how do we? If we can get these verses that actually like bring the verses together. That's my one worry about this right now.
Yeah. We don't have to think of the verses right now, obviously. So, this is the live writing session. We will hash out whichever one we decide on, and do that.
That's true, but if we don't have at least a little bit of verse,
Yeah, then it's like,
kind of like,
what do we build it on?
What is the song?
Yeah, what do you build it on? Yeah. We like it to be where you guys can be part of the process of us like coming up with literally just coming up with ideas. Yeah, that looks good.
Maybe up with some singing, dude. Sing some,
Right.
sing some lyrics over this.
So this song's gotta start with like. I like that chord change, that's nice. 9 years ago today, thought of all these things to get in my way. The perfect girl. That's like super music. Yeah, we're gonna do like. Maybe like another change in there somewhere.
I know. Well, I'm
Yeah,
trying to get
yeah.
like enough to like go over it. You know, it's like advertising. You know, it's kind of interesting, right? Right? Just talk about advertising.
Well, yeah, it is. It's cool because like I think we can use a lot of this for actual text, or we can just slot it right in where he talks about his idea.
I guess if I just stop playing a bit, T-break.
Yeah, I think
Alright, you hit me up with those chord changes. I'll get this going. says he doesn't like his wife.
That's nice, yeah. Yeah, and that'd be like the first part, and then we obviously change it. We get to like.
He's like sitting in his drafting table or whatever, like doing advertising shit at night. He's like, how am I gonna pull this woman off or something like that? You feel it?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that. Like, we're failing. I thought. I mean, we don't have to be like too angsty 90s,
Sort
but
of, yes.
so like those things have a little bit of that vibe for me. Like an angsty 90s song.
Well, it's where we're eating up, so we kind of can go with it.
Oh, yeah.
We're already on that route, like, just go with angsty 90s. We can always modify the style.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do the impossible. He like gets excited. I feel like he's gets amped about it when he slowly accommodates. And his casting girl shit. I'm like too used to like watching our like edited down versions and like starting to think about these songs in like 5 minutes.
Exactly, yeah.
Now I'm realizing like no, it actually takes time.
It's just the idea process.
I feel like that makes it way too like floaty. Don't do it as floaty, be like, you know, like
No, too floaty, no floaty. Less floaty, more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I dig it.
like there's a beat, like more like less 90s, more like Coldplay.
Yeah, exactly.
God's illusion.
Yeah, that's good.
It's an interesting thing. You gotta bring it back to this. This is the first time we've ever just had Katie in the room the entire time while we're trying to do it.
Making it much more difficult.
I don't know. It's just interesting when we have like a third person just in the room doing it all the
Like
time.
invisible, so we're chatting too.
Yes, you're invisible.
To make it a little bit more, obviously we'll add this stuff, like texture and.
I don't know that we need that much more than just kind of like the straight up kind of just.
Yeah, okay. And then, okay, so let's think of like what would be the chorus for this song. What kind of chord changes would be for the chorus?
But then you kind of go to. Or like you come back.
get we need to get a take on where we're gonna go with the lyrics.
Yeah, I think a lot of it we building.
Because everything's gonna come together. Yeah, you could either he's like we could be. Anything over that, but it's just I want to do justice to the story appropriately.
Yeah, exactly. We don't.
I don't just want to throw out some half-baked lyrics, but we're gonna fix the lyrics anyway later.
We'll be using the lyrics, a lot of content from the actual story. You can call it the perfect woman because that's a really big idea. That's
it's the
about
perfect
creating the
idea.
perfect woman. I mean, any one of these ideas where you have the final one, it's yeah, something. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Because in that, that would be maybe the title song where any one of these up to page 3 or 4 can be part of the lyrics, and we'll slot it in, find out exactly a place to put it instead of those pages, so you have to get that idea across how much can you get across in that segment to slot right in. I think that's good. Let's move on. And if
I'm
we
getting
want...
a tea.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
A tea refill. Tea.
I like the idea about the fight with his wife.
Slightly darker and more discordant.
Yeah, a little bit more discordant. I guess the feel would be probably pretty similar.
Just feels a bit. It's hard to do it at this time of day.
Yeah.
It's a bit crowded in here. I feel like it's a bit just
Do you want me to move out?
maybe.
Yeah, I'll get mine.
You got a fight sound something told me this way. He says something in the argument the other way.
I'm excited. You can pull that out.
You know good and well. Save it, Mr. Executive. And then we don't have to say she moved off to turn. We actually put the narration in there too of the actual.
Save it, Mr. Executive.
Save it, Mr. Executive.
This
one. You know my arguments, baby. Yeah. Please, I hate it as much as you do. I'd be home with you all of the time, but I can't. Kind of cool, just to differ it up stylistically from the front end.
definitely long.
Might be weird, but we can take that down a rabbit hole if we feel like.
We always know though, the fast ones, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a wild card. We try to do them.
Yeah.
All right, so we moved past the first one, even though we didn't like.
Yeah, I mean we've done that in our past ones too. It just seemed like it wasn't really good. We can go back to it obviously when we go and write these songs. and see what feels good.
What are we doing for time?
7:20.
7:20. Seriously, 7:20?
Yep. Yep.
When are we targeting to stop?
Close to 7:30, like 7:40 probably. So like 20
Wow,
minutes,
dude,
it's
well,
really-
we're running out of time, dude.
we're doing okay. Yeah. So that is cool.
We're doing okay. We're running a little bit out of time.
Because yeah, I mean, obviously we could do a little bit more like.
So you're trying to come up with like a fight song.
No, good and well.
Might be nice.
It's like save it, Mr. Executive. And she turned, move off toward the bedroom. We have like that narration as part of the song too. I mean, because this one has more like actual directions, which would be like stage directions,
We
or
haven't
whatever,
done that before.
which we've never done before. I mean, it might be kind of cool, might be weird, but kind of go into like something like that. I was doing kind of like C minor.
You're like
And then just
heavy
F
or
major.
like light? You're like,
Yeah. I mean, just like an argument. So then we can like add a few.
where are you going from there?
The F major.
Is it fighty enough? That's my
Might not be
question.
fighting enough. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like we can make it exactly how. We have. Look! Mr. Hagen, I'm getting well! Save it, Mr. Executive! Yeah, we could do like a full. We could do a full-on argument in that way. If you really.
Save it. So you're gonna start it with "Save it, Mr."
No, probably not. Probably not, but that's a good line for it.
It is. It's good.
Look!
Let's
You're not
try.
good and well. Save it! And then she interrupts him. Like that's like the whole where it like culminates because we sing here. Kathy never ate. That's a cool. Is that the next one? It is. The work it took to maintain all this was killing me, and my wife would never understand. She believed the lie. And then it goes back. So like that's this inner narrative that happens, and then it goes back to him.
Believing a lie.
Yeah.
That's what the second song should be called. The believing
She
a lie.
she believed
It's
the
like
lie.
a fight,
Yeah.
but then
You brought
into the lie.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so then we can use this stuff and put like believing a lie. That's like taking direct text, which is kind of a cool idea.
would you F minor or just C minor?
Just C minor, but we can do whatever. It's okay. It's nice.
You could do
Angsty
like
key.
this one could be more.
C national full angsty. Yeah, we could do like that.
More pensive.
It could be more pensive, less
like kind of
aggressive.
a pensive fight.
Because it's not really a very they're not a whole lot of yelling, I guess. So we could do that like no good and well. Save it, Mr. Yes. And she could like sing the
And then it's
sing
like,
a melody. Yeah, something very pensive and kind of that's right. She believed the lie.
She
believed the lie.
I gotta like dare you like that. Just like
Yeah, definitely.
Like, get in like you like it's really like all along I'm thinking of you. But you believe but she believed the lie.
All this time, la la. There's a verse that
He's like,
I was
he's like thinking about, because he was thinking about her when he was thinking it. Okay, so
Yeah.
he's thinking about Kathy. He's like,
Yes.
all this time when I looked at Kathy, I was thinking about you.
Yeah, like
I made her to be you, to be a younger version of you. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
But then she
Didn't leave.
Lie. It sounds like a Moulin Rouge, like
Yeah.
a slow down. Believe
The lie. And then it flourishes. That's great.
I feel like that's what we should do for that one.
I know.
Yeah, and then we can bring.
Responsibilities, things have
Yeah, we can
changed.
bring on.
Look at me. And it's like these kinds of things can be built within the verses. I've met someone new. And then she can have a part. Like it could be like a duet, and then she goes, and he believed the lie.
And he.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, cool.
There it is.
There it is.
The double key.
Yeah.
What do you got? Good. Anything?
Jack thinks the part where they acquire more computers and make the Kathy is a flashback that explains the fight in the first scene. So if you guys move that part to the front of it. Oh yeah, that's actually true because they do have that part of the fight. Because this is the flashback here, I think. Yeah,
The fight's the flashback.
I think so. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he thinks it's like better to not do that as the just leave it as the flashback. I don't know. That could definitely be a good call.
A good change up.
Yeah, exactly. Because then it works. One of those things that translates a little better into writing rather than
What's he think though? Is he like
going directly.
and then
Yeah. Yeah, because by the time they're fighting, it's already the Kathy thing is established. It's already like a thing that's worldwide, and so like, the building the Morton computers part is the flashback. So like, that whole thing is just like there where that is, and that's like him going back to saying, oh, this is how I created the thing, but the present is the fight, and like how his like the very intro when she walks in, he's like they're having a drink, and then she walks in, he's like, oh, I hate the way you look, all that crap, and that starts the fight, and then he has this flashback about letting us know what it is, and then then it goes back to, so it's like better, I think this sort of thing makes a better sense theatrically. I agree
I got all of
with
it,
Mr.
dude.
Jack.
I got the timeline, dude. I knew all of that.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with this song? I feel like it's good.
No, I think that one's good. No, that's great. I was just getting a better perspective of like which is the better thing to write the song about. Because it's about that, and then we can infuse some elements of being a Kathy girl into this, like the lie one if need be, or if we choose this one, There's something about like be a Kathy girl.
Well, the first song, I feel like we're getting too far up in that. I think we're good. I think we got the timeline good. The first song's the title song, the Kathy Girl song.
Yep.
That's good. Lyrics not going so great on that yet, but we can finish those up.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
This song right now, so far, we're thinking of it it's kind of like shit's not going good.
Shit, yeah, exactly. So that's why I
Just
like
to sum up, it's like the shit's not going good. Shit was going good. That's the first song.
Now it ain't good.
He gets the idea. Kathy Girl,
And it's
title
slipping,
song.
yeah.
Shit's going good. Shit's not going good song.
Yeah.
Falling apart. Then this. We
And
gotta come up with the last song.
The last one is where she.
So that's why this one's more of a like, oh.
Yeah.
It's not going good.
Yes.
It's not good. Not going good.
Yeah. No.
Versus the.
Yes. Right.
He's got to come up with the idea. He's like, oh shit, we don't have enough. We don't have enough freaking money. It's, the company's failing.
Yeah.
Everything's going wrong. How am I gonna come up with this idea? I don't know. I gotta do it otherwise. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta come up with this idea. It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
You can't figure out much about marketing, blah blah blah. It's hard to do. And la 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 la. It's all leading up to the next part. When you realize that man makes the perfect woman.
But that's the thing to do.
That's the thing to do.
This idea is there.
That's
Just
the
gotta
perfect-
figure it out.
The perfect girl. Kathy, the bitty Kathy girl. Right?
It's like Jesse's girl, kind of.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, that one's gonna work out good. It's gonna
We're not
be
gonna have a
good.
problem with that, yeah.
It's a big title.
Big ballad, big like, yeah, big grab the.
Unfortunately, in the final one, we only get to do one of these, so we're trying to like, it's a fight. Which
song's gonna win, and then
Exactly.
which one do we like go and polish and actually put time into and make it? Because like,
That's gonna work. Then you got the, what is it?
she believed
And
it.
she believed the lies. So it's like, I started and they made the money, whatever. She was the inspiration. At least a younger version of her, a younger version of herself. But now she's changed too much or something. It's but she believed.
Yeah, okay. She believed the lie.
You can get like a really like. I mean, we go one of the other places with it. Like, but she because you're in minor, so you can do like
Yeah.
anything you want. It's just like,
Yeah, I like that.
anyway, last song, guys. Last song. We're gonna run out of time. So I'm gonna do the last one. I think these are good though. They're reasonably good. I know the first one could turn out to be big, and the second one, it's gonna work. I'm not sure it's gonna win the 3 song out of the 3 songs.
Right, yeah.
But I feel
So
like
this
the-
is
So this is the part where it's not just going bad
She leaves
anymore.
him.
It's like resolution.
past that,
It's
yeah.
past bad. It's already gone bad. Now we're going to. He's got to.
it could be literally the
We
closing
have to
song.
know whether he's sad. He's like kind of. He laughs.
Well, what do you think? I mean,
He's
it's like,
richer.
I think
it-
it's kind
is
of
it
in between.
bittersweet,
I think it's in
or is it
between.
full on like? He's just jazzed about it. Because he jazzed
well,
about
he
it, or
laughs.
is it
He
bittersweet?
laughs, but so it might be like he did love her once. So there's got to be some, a little bit. It might not be like, but if he's like a totally terrible guy,
Yeah,
might
so
just-
this is what we have to like.
Yeah.
If we can nail down like, because we got that one. Now we need to know where is he gonna be full on jazzed about it? Is he gonna be bittersweet?
But he did. He waited for her though. Like it was like the whole thing. He like waited, looking at the moon while she was gone for her to come back. So he's like at least somewhat. I don't know.
What's Jack? Is Jack saying? Give me a thing to buy from him.
No, not yet. Not about this specifically, but
Not about this. So we'll
silence. I waited for hours watching the moon rise outside the little bedroom window, vacillating between hating Jilly for leaving me and hating her new boyfriend. So that's just
hate.
hate.
But then he-
Finally, still sitting on the
And
floor,
he starts
open her
laughing,
legs, saying
though.
she left. On my replacement, page 12. He didn't look anything like me, though. I can understand, blah, blah, blah. Then I noticed the blurb beneath.
I mean, we could
So,
do a hate song, but
I think he's laughing in disbelief at how
for the thing that I think
That he
he's,
created,
I think I agree with that, actually.
So we could go with more of like a resolution-y song where it's just kind of like him like explaining
I'm going to die
like
rich.
what happened, like him kind of like summing it up
Mhm.
for the audience and how he's like, oh, it bit me in the ass kind of song.
But I'm
Something.
rich.
But I'm
But at
rich.
least I'm rich.
Like,
So, yeah,
how
I-
you sum that up through musical, like it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's some kind of weird like. Just go full on like. It's like major.
Yeah. Silence. I waited for hours.
What's that too?
Watching the moon
I feel like
rise
the
outside
full on
my
like
bedroom
major of
window.
that part might be a bit.
Hating Jilly for leaving me, and hating her new boyfriend for existing. Finally, still sitting there on the floor, opening up the magazine she left for me. It's be like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems a little bit on the nose. We could like come up with something. He didn't look anything like me.
Is he like? He's not like resolving to do anything good. I feel like it can't be too happy.
It can't be too happy because he's.
It's gotta be more of a like.
Journey before like some strange alien artifact I realized watching the hands struggle to complete its mission, wondering why I hadn't thought of this one myself. It was like his partner that made that idea?
Yeah,
Yeah, his partner that made it.
without knowing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Then in the corner of the page, this note: the new spring line for men from Schuster Enterprises.
You know, like.
Yeah, it could be like.
Something weird.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be weird. Like, the question is, like more of a, like.
Yeah, it could have some elements of lift, you know, where it works like, and I realized I'm going to be rich. You know, like the end, like that could be actually we literally end
A little maniacal.
a maniacal laugh at the end, and that's I'm going to be rich.
Turns out I'm going to be rich and windy. Too happy. It's weird because it's such tough because you're like, oh, do I go like really minor or is it really majory?
I don't know. Yeah,
Something like.
we don't have to be like super sad, but we do want to have.
Something like this.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Huh? You think?
Yeah, that F sharp is nice.
Is it maniacal enough though? I feel like you almost need like a tritone or something if you want to sound maniacal.
Yeah. I kind of like how it actually resolves a little bit, and then goes.
Everything's falling down. Something like start out with like a big
like he's like really
Almost like
creepy,
an
gets, a little
introspective, like,
crazy,
Phantom of the
like
Opera
a Jekyll,
type.
like
Yeah.
Jekyll,
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde, yeah.
Hyde, you know, like. Oh, great idea, Joe. Be a Markman. He's like, oh, be a Markman.
He's like he feels his wallet. It's like this archaic device for an alien artifact. Is the way he describes it. It's like this.
Yeah, full on, like,
yeah, I really.
like a Jekyll and Hyde where they got.
We can even go like hatred built inside of me.
Yeah.
Like a full on, yeah. Yeah, right. But then it's like a release, so he has it like. Leaving me because of me. All of that, like. Yeah. Yeah, so there is a slight regret here, this line. Actually one of my favorite ones too. It's like that's deep because then that one feels good.
And then
It's big octaves, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
then you get to the like.
Yeah. Just such an intense, it's like for some reason this maniacal crazy character. It's like driving him crazy. We just building all this other subtext, which is so cool.
Alright, that's actually tight.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
he
gonna
goes,
work.
he actually
That's gonna
just,
totally.
he goes mad at the end. He goes mad
There's like
advertising.
just ends.
That's actually tight. I don't know if it necessarily fits the context of the story exactly. But I feel like he has to go and become a mad advertising, like,
Character.
futuristic. He just becomes an evil villain at the end, as driven mad by the fact
By the fact that his wife left him and it's based on his own company.
From his own company's
Which is,
advertising.
irony, and that's the coolest
And
irony
now
of the
he
whole thing.
desperately wants to look like that one guy.
Yeah,
I feel
and now
like-
he just wants to look like a
Oh,
guy
yeah,
feeling
he's like-
envy of his own character. Yeah,
How will I look like him?
yeah. I've created him. How can I do this to myself?
I think that one,
Yes.
that's pretty sweet actually. He goes mad at the end.
Yes.
That's where we take that one emotionally.
Go on, Jack. He says, gives a new meaning to Mad Men. Just advertising
Yeah,
you.
yeah, that's totally.
Seriously true.
That's
so
a good
awesome.
one. Okay, so that was pretty good. So we'll end up being choosing between the first one, which is the title song, which was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, it's got some
What was
potential.
it?
It's got some potential. Being good. Just recap. To make the perfect woman. Yeah.
Like that, yeah, it
Yeah.
gets big. That one worked, okay. And then we had the
The, like minor kind
that note is really starting to sound. It's one note, guy. It's good for jazz. It's good for jazz. We were probably running over it, but we're getting
Yeah,
a
we're a
recap. The recap was what was this one? It was
yeah.
Can you
And-
believe the
yeah.
line? And you believe the lie.
And then
I feel like, and then you
we
get
could-
like
we
more
could make
vocal
it a
acting on
duet.
that one.
Yeah.
And she believed the lie. Da-na-na,
Yeah.
da-na-na. With the like violins all over it. And then she comes in and she sings. Anyway, we can't. We're supposed to be wrapping up. Anyway, that's that one.
Yep.
And then the final one.
Okay.
Which was
This is like the epic-
epic where he goes
Jekyll and
mad.
Hyde.
Where he goes. What is that? That one go crazy. That one be good.
Yeah.
I'm a little partial probably to the third one just because it's like so.
It seems like the one we're gonna go with because it just has the most power.
But the title song would not be a terrible one, or it never would be. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess what time are we at?
7:45 probably. 7:51. We're probably ready to wrap it up. We'll have a
We do try to keep these about an hour. I mean, hopefully you guys can tell that if we went longer, the songs would only get better. But
yeah.
since we're going for an hour, we
And
have
we
to try to speed through some of them.
Then we spend obviously more time polishing whichever one we decide on, which seems like we're both leaning towards the third one. A little bit. That
we
idea.
will pick one of these.
We'll pick one and
By the, I think we set the date already. It's what,
In a month.
maybe about a month. Yeah.
a month exactly.
Exactly.
So I think it's April 4th. I think it's April 4th. Don't hold me to it. But that's when also the
This
next live show will
song-
be then.
Yep.
And the song will be released
This one will be released.
on our website. We have not actually gotten, enough polish and production on the songs to like release them on Spotify and that type of thing yet.
But we're gonna get there yet.
we will get there.
Oh yeah.
And in the meantime, we do release them on the website, and then there will be this. Will also be on there if you all want to watch it anytime. But actually, we will have an edited down version.
That'll be
Edit it.
all
of
the good
this.
parts.
It'll be
Yes,
like
Katie
the
will be
best
editing that.
Hopefully, the whatever is worth watching. Which in this one, who knows? We never know. It's a total wild card. We've never even read the story before we start. So
Yeah.
and we do not practice any of these things at all.
It's
so it's
full.
a total.
Yeah.
It's a total live thing, but we do turn it into. If you've listened to our other ones or a full episode, there will be a full
It'll be
song,
more polished.
and it'll
We
be
promise.
fully polished, and it will be one of these songs. You will be able to tell that it was one of these songs that we did right here.
Yep.
But and then it will be released on our podcast, the Vest Pocket Musicals podcast channel, and that is on iTunes.
Yep.
Pretty much everything now, other than Spotify, because they for some reason didn't want us on there or something. They didn't actually respond yet. We might not have just not been approved or anything yet, but
Yeah. But could be there.
But it's sweet, and I actually really enjoyed this story. This was once again by Jack Preston King, and we found it on Medium.com. So I'm told he has other good stories, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, go and read his other stories.
So go and read his other stories if you like. This was a good self-contained short story. We edited this one down a little bit too, so if you actually want to read the full text as it was, you can actually go on there and read it.
Yeah,
Eventually it'll be on our website and everything like that too, so that I think so if he wants it on there at least.
Yep. Anyway, thank you, Jack.
Thank you, everybody.
And
Thanks,
you
Jack, for
watching.
listening, man. We tried to make it as cool as we could, or keep it going.
Awesome.
Hey, sweet man. Hey, rock on. If you ever want to do a video chat or anything too, we'd be totally.
You do that on our thing,
anytime.
and
We're
introduce the author.
We're free on Wednesdays. Any Wednesday. Probably once we get the final song done, then it would be better because then you can hear
You can hear the final product. You'll hear it first, but we can give it.
Because these ones are okay, but I mean, it's way better once we put
we put some time to polish it. We do spend time on it. So,
love you all. Love
fun.
everyone. Thanks for watching. Anybody who did, and
yep. Thank you guys very much. Vest Pocket Musicals.
We'll sign off. I gotta figure out where the button is though, so we can't really do a cool sign up because I have to wander over here and turn it off.
Wait, I can wander.
Sign out.
Oh, Katie's gonna want to turn it off. We can do a cool.
Okay, cool.
close.
Let's do a cool close for the end.
I've gone mad.
I've gone mad.